Yo-ay-yo, home varay. Yo-ay-ra, Jaroom running G.
Hello and welcome to the latest episode of Lexx Appeal. And why has this taken so long?
Because just everything. Everything.
It's her show. She left you without a Lexx Appeal for so long.
No, because your camera was broken, and then, like, I have to have exams and stuff, and I write papers, and there you go.
You have all these fans who have not had anything from you, and there's me being all like, oh, let's watch Lexx, honey. I love Lexx, let's watch Lexx. And you're like, no!
When we went to a wedding in Scotland, and then we got sick and died, and then... Stop it.
She beat me up because I wanted to watch Lexx.
That didn't happen. It never happened. But, yeah, so... we watched Lexx.
Patches in the Sky this time, what I'm pretty sure you can read.
Circle in the sky.
This is one of the good ones.
The song.
It's nice for anyone who doesn't watch Lexx, which, you know, at least some of you. This episode, they went...
Two-thirds of people.
This episode, they went to the Narco Lounger, which is a dream machine, lets you physically enter your dream and run around and have fun that way.
Or just stand there in your underpants if you're one of the guys.
Yes, guys are like, I want to be cheered on Jesus with a naked woman.
And he just stands there like in like a halo sunburst with like in his literally in his underpants with like women like clinging on to him while just people just cheer, and that's like his whole thing. Stop it.
So
I'm wearing more than underpants.
Stan blows up a planet with a poor robot.
Although they're robots that are mining and they're self-governing, and I kind of wondered if that was a reference or an homage to Isaac Asimov's Robot City, at least the first book anyway.
Possibly. So they blow that up, and
call Lexx
the poor robot is, you know, having to bargain with Stan because Stan's in a bad mood.
I will add that to my report.
For his life.
Stan's in a bad mood because he had a nightmare that he was watching like 3D Cinemax, and then Jiggerata came. It was very
80s via 90s.
It was 80s-tastic. I'll tell you what.
So he goes and he's going to blow up this moon, which is, you know, with a bunch of robots on it, and until the robot gives him something which will justify him not blowing him up. So this poor robot's like going like. Many people have said that this relaxes them, and many people like this, and Stanley's always like, no. And they mention the Narco Lounger, and so Stan tells him about the Narco Lounger, and Stan goes off to there. And he's like, Lexx, cancel my order to destroy the planet. Lexx doesn't know what the word cancel means, so
blows up the planet anyway.
Poor robot. So they go there, and Stanley enters his dream. Unfortunately, he's got his recurring nightmares about Jiggerata the Wicked, which you might remember from the pilot and from Supernova.
Not Champagne Supernova. That's something different. Lexx, Kai has a lot of really good lines in this. Okay, he has like two, but...
The dead do not... ...
You can always kind of like... some NPC be like, would you like some tea? Everyone like, the dead do not drink tea.
The dead do not gyrate.
The dead do not use the magic 8-ball.
So...
The dead do not eat.
This guy, the guy who runs the Narco Lounger, he has a regular who's just an idiot called Fruitcake. He's the guy with the Halo Jesus thing. Mm-hmm. And he convinces him to get a free go on it, and convinces him to look at the Wolfram T galaxy.
Because there are patches in the sky.
It is vanishing slowly. So the guy who runs the Narco Lounger is like, oh shit, in about 100 days the entire universe will be gone. So he decides to get really high, just in time for the Lexx to arrive.
With the most weirdest bong ever. It has like little like nostril like.
Yeah, it looks like one of the warming bed pans with like some
it was like one of those little
attached.
like widgets on the things, and
you stick up your nose
at the bottom, and it's just all sorts of things and stuff.
So the whole episode is Stan in his dream. The guy's too high to be able to fix what's going on with Stan. So different people enter the dream.
Yeah, because if you die in the dream, you die in real life. And he's like, don't worry, if you have a bad dream,
reality
I'll pull
works
you
like
out,
that.
he said.
But he's too high to do that. He ends up inside the dream as well. And, you know, the dream imagery for a very low budget mid-90s thing, it's quite good. I mean, I'm seriously considering adding this to my long list of things I want to do at some point, is take the trailer to the Tarzan Singh movie, The Cell, and replace the visuals with this. I think it could work, but it would take a lot of little...
Speaking of being high, get high and watch The Cell.
Yeah.
never sleep again.
And I don't know when I'll do this, but I'll do it at some point. Like, give you an idea of how long these, like, replacement trailer things can work. My Dark Knight Kikassia one took about 12 hours. That was literally, I thought of this idea, no one's done it before. 12 hours later, finished.
But yeah, so like I said, Kai gets some really great lines again, like, the guy's like, here, take a whiff of this. He's like, the dead do not get high. Just a second. So, yeah, so then that guy dies in Stan's dream, and then Zev goes into Stan's dream, and she fights Jigurata, but then Kai's like, well, damn it. So he and 790 race around in the machine, which has never been updated or serviced, and they
Did that break?
find that, yeah, a little plastic thing.
When did that happen?
I don't know, I just noticed it was like that. This broke it, this very vital part of this.
It's important to me.
Oh, here, will you take this then? I didn't break. I'll buy you a new one. So anyway, we can fix it with like.
You probably won't. It costs a bit.
We'll fix it with glue. But yeah, so he figures out. Then Kai figures out a way to transfer their physical bodies into Fruitcake's dream.
Because the physical bodies are kept at the very bottom of the really tall narco lounger thing. Now, when you go into the narco lounger, your body sort of disintegrates, so you make it look like you're physically entering into a replica of your dream or something.
Yeah.
But it's actually your consciousness in there. Your body is moved for some reason that doesn't actually make sense. And then when you die in the dream, your body vanishes as well. So it's like, where the fuck did that go? It's like, why would you build into this dream machine for extraction of your consciousness and stuff? Why would you build into it technology to destroy a body if the person dies? What is the point of that?
Recycling?
You could easily take it out and take it somewhere else for that. They would have to build it very specialized technology into the machine for this. The only thing I can think of is, was this built possibly as a humane form of execution?
It could be. It could be. He did say he got it after some war.
So that's the only logical reason I can think of for why that would be there, and that the bodies aren't just there being dead.
Yeah. But also, like, there's a sentient computer who talks to the owner, and I didn't understand why they didn't just ask the computer how to do it. But
okay, given that no one else talked to it, either Gubby Mox was insane, or it would only talk to him.
Oh, good point, good point.
But the computer is like a severe steampunk and cheap version of Paul Rubens in Flight of the Navigator.
Fair to say.
Yeah,
But without the voice.
yeah, I'm not looking like a duck either. Hello, I'm a duck.
Ouch! I was injured. You guys saw it all. You saw it happen. But, so yeah, in the end, they end up in the other guy's dream, and then Kai's like, before it's too late, stop that. She got Mortal Kombat X, in case you can't tell. Kai pulls them out.
Scorpion is photobombing.
And then he knows that he's been told that within 26 days, because he knew that the computer talked, because Gabby asked the computer, how long will it be until this system is taken up? It's 26 days. And Kai was like, oh. So
Okay,
yeah.
so it looks like Gubby wasn't insane.
There you go.
I'm very sad about that.
And
You
so-
thought it was a guy from Kids in the Hall.
No. I thought it was the older guy who was one of the writers and producers of You Can't Do That on Television in the 80s.
It's pretty much the same thing as Kids in the Hall. It's Canadian 80s cartoon comedy.
Yeah, but no, Kids in the Hall was a children's... I mean, You Can't Do That on Television was a children's show that ended up mostly marketed in the U.S.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yes.
Canadians are going to get really annoyed at me now. But it turns out he was actually the Wren from Cube. He also had a small part in The Incredible Hulk, but I don't recall as what.
But yeah, so anyway, they bring Fruitcake out of it, and he's like, I was having a really nice dream. Could you, put me back in there? Because now that Gabby's dead, he has no one to tell him he can't just spend the rest of his life in that machine. So they do, because they realize that, Mantrid will be there soon. Well, they don't realize that the patches in the sky that are taking everything up is Mantrid. But
You would think based on the events of previous episodes, they'd be able to put it together.
Yeah. So,
At least Kai being all like, the dead have thoughts. That might be Mantrid arms.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that flying drone arm, that could be a Mantrid arm. And I was like, do you think? How many
Didn't
other...
you have a look at one before, Kai?
I know, they were, basically, eating the Lexx for a while and a few episodes ago, so... But, yeah.
His mind's a bit askew from Twilight last time.
Yeah.
The rock, it rolls around, it makes an ancient rumbling sound.
Stop. She had, all these onions at dinner, and they just smelled like onions.
Raw onions!
But yeah, so that wasn't as bad of an episode as usual. I mean,
Stan got his comeuppance for being a dickhead.
yeah, well, yes and no. I mean, at least this wasn't one of the Stan desperate to have sex and then nearly does, but then in the end doesn't episodes, which kind of are like
The poor robot he murdered got to, yell at him.
But that wasn't really the robot. That was part of his own consciousness projected as the robot.
Yeah, I know. It shows that he's got guilt over it, which indicates that he is a little bit more depth than sometimes is shown.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I completely agree with that one. But no. But yeah. So it was your standard episode. They go down.
It was a good one.
They go down. No, I'm saying it's a bad one, but they go down to a place.
Lexx.
I don't hate Lexx. They go down to a place. Shit gets real. At least no one tried to make off with Lexx this time.
That's true.
Shit gets real. Someone has to save somebody else, but Kai ends up saving everybody in the end.
They should have put Like into the thing, because then, she has the power to give people fantasies as well. So she could have created a feedback loop in it.
That's true. At least the actress who played Jagrata was like, oh yeah, I get to come back and cameo. More money for me.
Yeah, and she's back in definitely season 4, I think. Season 3 as well.
Spoilers!
She becomes Pope.
Spoilers.
Pope Jigarata. Anyway, next up is Was. That is the fantastic and fabulous and ever so original story about the Lexx and their interactions with the Wizard of Woz.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
As they go on a quest to kill an evil woman for
Jesus. Him. Seriously?
Yeah, and the Wizard of Woz is played by the guy from Bruce LaBruce's Gerontophilia and the guy who did the voice of his divine shadow, Walter fucking Borden, and the Wicked Witch Woman. Mm-hmm. She did the voice of Rogue in the animated X-Men movie series in the 90s.
There you go. That's something.
And we get to see the original Zev is back in the next episode, briefly.
As herself or as just playing someone else?
Original Zev, playing Zev.
That's cool. Maybe the actress, she was like, oh, we're in between filming my other show. I am German. That's why I sound like this.
Is that the original Zev, though?
I don't know. No. The first long-term Zev.
Well, in the context of her life, the first long-term one was the original.
If it's not on screen, it doesn't happen.
The pre-Love Slave Zev, that's the one who has an appearance, not Ava Haberman.
Oh.
The before Ava Haberman one. And I'm just decided to Ava Haberman is the best Zev, but it's not her.
Boo. Well, you might as well stop watching our series right now. It's not her. I was molested. Anyway, so that's been us. The next one will be out soon, I promise. The new Lesbian Talk soon. As soon as exams are over. Don't kill me. No.